Let me tell y'all something, okay? When you fear something and you have childhood trauma, she told my mom, she even told my sister, the one who passed like about 3-4 years ago, she told her other people in my family is dying for her, that she was supposed to be the one dead and gone. And she was telling my brother that it was some stuff he was going to get into. That was true though. I'm not going to lie. My brother got in some mess and he was the blame for no reason because of the situation. I'm not going to bring it up, but she was on point with that. And, you know, God probably was using her on that. But it was some stuff that she said. It kind of like melted my inside. And I was like, there's no way she going to tell somebody they're going to die in 2 days. If you keep wearing black, stop wearing black because black is of the devil. Stop wearing red because that's blood. Stop wearing blue because you in a gang. It was just stuff like that she used to fear me with. I'm telling y'all, this lady was like it was just so much with her, and it's just stuff that you put together, it came true, and a lot of stuff that it was not true, and a lot of stuff it just have you thinking. It was just mind blowing. And I was like, oh my God, it's no way God sent this lady here to like terrify us, have us in fear, because fear is not of him. And she's supposed to be a full Christian. Like, these people take their religions and Christianity and just run with it and just try to do all kinds of stuff and try to break people. And I can't stand that. That's why I'm not really a religious person like that. Like, try to, you know, bring people and tear people and try to act like I'm better than people. Like, I can't. Like, the junk was so devastating, y'all. So devastating. That is something serious. And sometimes it takes people a long time to get over that. When I say a long time, I just wash my face, y'all. So I don't know why I look like that, but back to what I'm saying. It take some people a long time to like get over the trauma. And I'm gonna tell y'all my trauma. And from this day on, thank God for growth, changes, and wisdom. I'm so grateful to have those things, because if I didn't have those, I would be lost and confused and don't know what to do. Baby, I'm gonna tell you, your girl was traumatized. I was so traumatized. So I'm about to set this camera up and talk with y'all a little bit. Like I was saying, y'all, I had to relocate from the area I was in to loud in there, and I just can't not. But when your child is trying to tell you something, please listen, because you can probably help them get over whatever they're going through or whatever. So at the end of the day, I was very traumatized by this lady that used to come to my mom's house. And baby, I thought I had to be perfect around her. I was scared to get a bottle of water off the sink if it wasn't mine. I had to literally go run and ask, especially when she was around. Even though I wasn't a stealing type child, I always asked, always talk, always ask questions or whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't know what spirits or whatever she dropped there, whatever the case may be. But I tell y'all this, spirits are real. I don't care if you believe it or not, but they are real. So at the end of the day, these stuff she used to say, and it was so accurate, why it made me scared. And when I tell you, I felt that in my spirit. I felt something deep down in my gut every time she was around. It's like anytime she say any word come out her mouth, it feared me. It made me think she was just this close to God, but God sent her there to attack me. That's how I feel. Like it was a warning for me, like to try to like keep me from going astray, keep me from doing wrong, keep me from doing whatever. So that's why I'm the type of person now, I'm just firm to what I don't do. I'm firm on it. Like, you can't change me. You can't change what I think, because at the end of the day, I seen it all when I was growing up. That's why I know how to be a certain way in a relationship, how to not be influenced by other people, how to not be addicted to anything, and all the above. Peer pressure. I cannot be peer pressure from anybody. I could be around you all day long. You can do everything with all your might, everything out here. and I'm still going to remain firm to what I don't want to do. But back to, I'm not trying to crisscross y'all. Back to what I was trying to say is, this lady, I would not put her name in this video at all, because like I said, it was just something I had to get away from, something I had to learn from. And I'm going to tell y'all into details why I feel like this. Because it was when it was one day she came over, and she told my mom, like, she was like, you about to get $1 million check in the mail, go out there and check that mailbox. The way my mom and me, how I used to believe in her for everything she said, didn't matter what she said, I felt like she was just right, because the gift she had or whatever, I don't know how she used it, but you know, sometimes people have a gift or whatever and they take advantage of it and do other stuff that they're not supposed to do, and it's not of God. If y'all get what I'm trying to say, everybody have a purpose, everybody have a gift, everybody have a calling or whatever. She told my mother, go check the mailbox right now. You got $1 million check and don't ask no question about it. When I tell you, my mama ran to that mailbox like this. She ran to that mailbox and went to the mailbox. It was not $1 million check. It was a light bill that says it was like $400 some light bill. And that's why I sort of believed in her in certain ways, and I was always saying, Mom, you better stop listening to everything that lady say. She had told my mom, media family, that we was gonna be famous. She said, y'all gonna be different. Before Tyler Perry came out and stuff, she did, you know, prophesy, joking and doing skits and comedy and shows and stuff. She did prophesied it over us. But then like 2 years later, that's when, you know, Tyler Perry came out. So she was like, see, I told y'all, God told me it was gonna be y'all. It was just funny because it was just stuff she was saying that will make you believe her. Older, I understood. That's what I'm saying. If y'all got children's, listen to them. Be careful with who you bring inside your home and around them, because spirits are real. People can speak stuff over your life, and kids is a very delicate person, that they gullible, where anything can be done to them and they follow. That's why the devil uses them a lot, because kids don't know no better. Like when they get older, they'll learn what to do and what not to do, or whatever the case may be. But when I tell you, y'all, this lady put so much fear in me. I thought she was just so close to God. Well, God just sent her there to sit there and tell me stuff about my life that I already knew I was doing or whatever. And I felt like this lady knows too much. When this lady around, I tell y'all, I'm just an angel. I'm an angel. I can't even enjoy being a child. I was so scared to be a kid and so scared to make mistakes, because I feel like the thing she said, oh, you gonna go to hell. I understand a liar, fornicator, stealing, killing, all that stuff is abomination to God. But the way she put it in me, where I was afraid to even make a mistake. The way that we was brought up, we could not say anything that sounds disrespectful to any adult. I couldn't really tell my mother how I felt about this individual until I got older. That's when I started telling her, like, Mom, this is how I felt in my spirit. I feel like she's fake. I feel like she's a false prophet. Be careful with what she tell you. She done led you wrong several times, telling you to go out to the mailbox for $1 million check. They would tell you that in 5 days that you about to get a big house, and your credit jacked up under 400 and stuff. I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. I don't knock people who prophesy on people and who tells you that kind of stuff. I don't knock those people. But you can't be falsely lying to people, telling people stuff. Oh, God told me to tell you this. God told me this and God told me that. Stop lying on God. Because God gonna knock you down by lying on him. And that's what I was saying. Like, I was that scared. I was scared to even tell her, you're false. You're a false prophet. Like, I love that lady. and still do. But I don't want you praying over my life and speaking nothing over my life, because you speaking nothing but lies. You speaking spirits into me. Don't believe nothing I hear when somebody said, oh, I see your future. You see my what? Baby, you don't know nothing about my future but the Lord above. Don't be telling me God told you something about my future if he didn't tell me anything about my future. People will, use these things to an advantage to try to destroy you. And the devil uses these people too. He uses them to say wrong stuff to you and all kinds of stuff. But you got to be a warrior, man. You got to be a warrior for the Lord, and you got to pray against these people, because you just never know. People are so demonic. People have all kinds of spirits, and you got to be prayed up. I seen these things in my own eyes. People eating from people and start crawling like a snake. I believe in him, and that's that. All this magic and this and that. I mean, they exist. Don't get me wrong, but I don't partake in it. I don't trust in it. I don't put my belief in it. I don't dwell in it. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is real out here. Stay prayed up. And don't be allowing all these people in your house. Spirits and stuff can linger on clothes and items and stuff. That's why you pray over everything. When I go to the Goodwill and buy my Goodwill stuff, I pray over all my stuff and anoint my stuff and wash my stuff before I put it on. You gotta do that, because spirits travel. Even when I made the mistake, I felt so guilty about those mistakes I made. Don't get me wrong, I did make a couple of mistakes and still make mistakes, but it ain't those mistakes where you saying, oh, I'm about to die or whatever for making those kind of mistakes. But don't get me wrong, I made those mistakes, but that's why I was scared to make those mistakes. And when I made those mistakes, I thought about, oh, I remember that I'm supposed to go straight to hell if I do this. Oh, God don't like this, God don't like that. But then I had to realize, making mistakes, you live and you learn and you turn from it, and you don't do it no more. That's why I was like, yeah, I have made mistakes. I'll make sure I clear that up. I ain't never said I was a perfect person, and still not. So that's what I was saying when she put that fear in my heart, my mind, and my soul. I just couldn't believe it. And then she used to tell my mom, run around 10 times and throw your hands up like this, and you're going to see some stuff falling from heaven. And my mama fell into the track. She felt for it because we was introduced from some other people, and then they left her alone. Then they, made her stay with us. She stayed like a magnet. Like, she would not want to leave our side. And it was on my mom little clique. Like, she'll speak to everybody else, but it's like she got so comfortable where she started saying, I'm y'all auntie. So I'm like, auntie? I was so scared of my supposedly auntie. People would speak stuff. They would lie to you. They would use their gift and run with it and try to, be over God when God gave them the prophecies, and when God gave them these gifts and stuff. They want to use it and abuse it and work their own little magic or whatever. I feel like she was real a certain way, but then some stuff was just fishy to me. I couldn't. And from this day on, I don't deal with her. Like, I wish her well, and I hope she's okay, but I don't deal with her, because I will probably still feel the same. It'll probably open up more doors why I felt the way I felt. She had some random girls come pick me up from her house. She came and got me, but she couldn't take me back. Pick me up from her house. When I tell you these girls were doing the most evil things ever. I didn't know this girl from a can of paint. They was speeding. They was going to every drive-through, like ordering food and throwing water and spitting on these people and grabbing the girls from the drive-through, beating them and doing all kind of stuff. I'm just an innocent bystander just sitting there. And I was praying so hard. I was like, Lord, let me make it home. And they was like, where you live? And this and that. I was like, I live this place, that place. Whatever their mission was, they was out to attack. The devil was really using those girls. And it's like we went to every restaurant and they was ordering like a bunch of food. When I say a bunch of food, then they were cussing at these people through the little order line and stuff. And the one lady told the girl who was driving, she was like, we don't have that, because they was saying, we was at McDonald's, right? The girl was like, can I get a slice of pizza and a Coke and 3 cones of ice cream and a French fry and this and that? It was like a whole bunch of stuff, like stuff. And she said, can I get a crab leg? And it wasn't funny, because after they ordered the stuff, they go to the window where the people said, okay, how much, whatever the food that they did have there was. They take whatever in their car and start throwing at them people. I was like, you know what? These are some ghetto, fabulous, ratchet girls. And I could not be surrounding myself around that. So when I called that lady and told her, don't you ever pick no random people that you probably don't even know to take me home, and know I'm not that type of person, I know something. And she was like, oh, I didn't know them girls. I met them at Goodwill or whatever. I met them there and I asked them, can they do a favor for me? I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, you meeting random people and then putting me in that predicament with random people to get myself caught up in some crap. If you too much, you know the Lord and know this and know that, you know better than that. I get it, your little side stories, I understand. But it's no excuse for you being a grown woman to send me with some random people that I don't know and you don't even know either. God would have shown you a sign to not do that, but you still did it. I know this story was all over the place, but I just want to tell y'all, be careful with who y'all believe and trust in, and put y'all trust in, and let y'all kids be around, because baby, spirits is real. They are real, and they will have you wondering. And I feel like fake prophets are out here, and there's a bunch of them. People gonna tell you all kind of stuff. Oh, I'm of God and this and that, and then have you lost and confused, and they have you shambled. And I'm glad that that chain is broken, and I don't have to worry about scared for my life being around certain people, because I pray and ask God to cover me. Even when I was young, I still did the same thing, but it was just, we was made to be around certain people. You know, as a child, you don't have a choice. But baby, I'm telling you, y'all better listen to y'all kids. If they tell y'all they don't feel right about a certain individual, listen. Don't take that for granted, because they'll be the same way like I was. Feared and scared for my life. Feel like I had to be a perfect little kid being around that person, because I feel like they were God, close to being like God. So if y'all understand this video, if y'all have any questions about this video, just let me know in the comment section and tell me what y'all think about this video. Have y'all ever experienced anything like that? And can y'all relate to what I went through? And let me know. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.